Did you know that there is an insurance that is designed to protect your mortgage and keep your family in their home if whatever happens? I'm so excited that I'm here with Francisco. He's a partner with CFM. He's an insurance expert, and he's going to be teaching me and teaching you about mortgage protection insurance. Francisco, now thank you for being here with us in the EC Home office in Plantation. And I want everybody that is out there to know that Francisco is an insurance expert. He's a partner with CFM, and he's gonna teach me and teach you guys how to protect yourself. Now that the bank is protecting themselves, I want you to be able to protect yourself. Francisco, help me. What is the mortgage insurance?
So mortgage insurance protects, different from Omar and how we're protecting the bank, we're protecting the family or whoever's owning the home. So if something were to happen to the homeowner unexpectedly, whether it's an unexpected death or a disability where they can't go to work, money's there earmarked so that they can pay for the mortgage and they can stay in their home. A little bit different than PMI, where it's not something that's it's definitely recommended. It's not required, but if you care for your family, it's important for your family to stay in the home if something happens. It's certainly something that you want to look into.
So we can say the why should I get the mortgage insurance? It's to protect my family, right?
Yeah, of course. I would say you get it to protect your family. If it's important that you want your family to stay in your home, or at least give them some time to make a decision if they're going to stay in that home or go somewhere else. It gives them some time to mourn. If you don't have the mortgage insurance, you got to make a decision pretty quickly if something happens, because it's going to be very difficult to pay for that mortgage, whatever that number is, every single month, if you don't have the insurance to protect it.
I'm going to ask you something that I really need to understand. So how does this insurance work? Let's say God forbid something happened, my husband is the one paying the mortgage and something happens to him. How does this insurance work? How fast can I get access to that? Just tell me. I know everybody wants to know this. How can I get access to that money? It takes time. How can I use this insurance?
Sure. So, the first step is properly getting with somebody who understands your situation. Everybody's situation is different, right? The three of us here all have different situations, different families, and different mortgage amounts, right? So once we decide how much of the mortgage that you need to protect, then we put in the right plan in place. And if something were to happen to me, my wife would be able to get that money pretty quickly, because you would be working with somebody like myself or my team that has put everything together in the right way, so that, God forbid, the unfortunate does happen, you call me or someone on my team and we get that for you very, very quickly within a few weeks. And we all have had experience with insurance agencies and not wanting to pay out and things like that. But if you work with the right people and work with the right companies, that doesn't give you so much of a headache as we're used to with other kinds of insurance.
Okay, so another question.
Yeah.
Is the mortgage insurance expensive? How much does it cost?
So the mortgage insurance is very, very inexpensive. Most of the time people want to get the most coverage for the lowest cost, especially when they're talking about insurance, where a lot of times there's not money that comes back. We do have plans that protect your mortgage and give you money back. But just from a pricing standpoint, if we're looking for the most coverage and the lowest cost, as an example, someone like me, 40 years old, healthy, $500,000, so you got an outstanding mortgage of about $500,000, you can protect that outstanding mortgage, so get coverage for $500,000 for maybe $30 a month at the most. Again, if you're healthy, because there is a qualification process, unlike the insurance that is important that you need, Omar, that you just explained. But it's voluntary, and it's very inexpensive to cover such a big asset that you have now acquired.
I want to make a point right there. You just mentioned that you can get a mortgage insurance for as low as $30 to $40 per month. And let me tell you, I'm in the real estate industry, and I know, because I seen every single day at closing, that the price for the PMI or MIP, it's not even close to that. I invite you guys to go ahead and revise your mortgage, revise the payment, what your information is going, your payment is going, so you can see that it's not even compared with $30 to $40 per month that you are protecting your family. So this, it's based on, let me just have this clear, this cost is based on age, health, and and the amount of the mortgage, right?
Exactly. So there's a qualification process. It's not automatically given to you, but it's based on your age, it's based on your health. And once we get you qualified, we decide, how much of that insurance you need. Is it $500,000? Is it $1 million? Is it less? And then, of course, how long do you want the coverage? Do you want it for the whole entire amount of time of the mortgage? Do you want it for half the mortgage? Do you want it to last longer than the mortgage? A lot of times people will get more than just what their mortgage is outstanding to also protect their lifestyle, right? Their wife, their kids, their husband, their kids, whoever it is, they not only want to protect that mortgage, but they want to protect their future earnings, their potential to make money. So, there's all conversations that we have once somebody closes on a house, and there's a lot of things that happen that you need to take care of. And making sure that if something happens to you, your family stays in the house is one of those things, in my opinion, that you should take care of right away.
Nice. So you're telling me how long does this coverage last? So it's by terms, it's like years. How does this work?
Yeah, so it's very, very flexible in how these plans can last. They can last as little as 10 years. They can last as long as forever, as long as your life. I have a lot of my clients who are really just looking to protect the mortgage initially. So typically about a 30-year timeline that people are looking at. But once we get into the conversation, once we get them through the qualification period, we talk about the other options that they have outside of just protection. We pay for so much insurance, car insurance, home insurance, and a lot of times we get a little upset because there's not money that comes back from that. There are, like I mentioned before, there are plans out there that last forever, that you do actually have some living benefits and you do get money back. So it feels a little bit better to be contributing to one of these plans as opposed to another insurance that we think, oh, gosh, I know it's important, but I want to have something that I get back. So it's really flexible on who we speak with and what they're trying to do. But again, it could be as little as 10 years or as long as the rest of your life.
Perfect. Good to know. So again, do I have to buy it?
You don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it. I will always tell the people who just bought a home to buy it, especially if they have somebody else living in that home, whether it's a domestic partner, a husband, a wife, their kids, their parents. If there's someone that's important to you that you want to protect if something happens to you and you want to keep them in that house, you want to get this stuff. And it's so inexpensive that it's kind of a no-brainer to at least get that high amount of insurance for the low costs, and then the other stuff that we can discuss maybe down the road, but not mandatory, but definitely recommended.
Perfect. You just mentioned that we have to qualify to get an insurance. Mm-hmm. How hard is to qualify to get an insurance?
Yeah, it's not hard at all. We work with, so at my company, Creative Financial Network, we work with all of the insurance companies out there. So as I mentioned, the three of us here, we also all have different situations, and it really takes assessing your situation and where we're going to go with that business to really get what's right, what's right for you, and how long does it take to get it. It can take as little as a week. It can take as little as a week, as long as a month. But we apply. We see how healthy you are, how young you are, and in my experience, most people who are purchasing homes are somewhere between 20 and 40, first homes, of course, and those people tend to get through and approved rather quickly, probably in like a week or two at the most.
It's hard, the process of what, because everybody has the idea with a mortgage, mm-hmm. that it's, sometimes it's hard to qualify. Not only hard, you have to have some specific to qualify for a mortgage. It's hard to qualify for insurance.
It's not hard. It's not. It's not hard. You just have to be. You just have to be healthy, and you have to be, here as a citizen in the country, and you can get it relatively easily. There's no credit check. It's nothing comprehensive like that. It's just, are you healthy? We're transferring the risk of something happening to you to the insurance company. So they just want to make sure that something's not bad health-wise and that person's not something's going to happen to them right away.
Perfect. So that's good that you just mentioned there is no credit needed, because here everybody needs a credit. So you don't need a credit score. You don't need a specific credit score to be able to qualify to protect your family. That's
correct. Yep.
That is really good. So Francisco, for all the people out there, how can we get in contact with you? How can we get a quote? I know you just said that first step is just to be pre-approved, pretty much.
Sure.
In order to be pre-approved, you don't need anything else, like just to have your house or whatever, just to get in contact with one of you from CFM, specialist in insurance. How can we get in touch with you? How can we just get pre-approved?
Yeah, so it's pretty easy. I mean, you can email me, you can call me, you can come into the office. These days, it's very easy to contact me through cell phone. You can even text me. But let's say someone on your side of the table just closes a home. You help them out with the PMI, Omar, and get all that stuff going. Now it's, is your family important? Yes. Let's talk now with Francisco and just give me a call. Give me a call and we'll start the process of, obviously we'll give you some quotes and some ideas. Again, it's very inexpensive. Until we get you qualified, we won't really know what the exact number is. So we always suggest, let's get you qualified. Just like when you go out to get qualified for a loan for your home, just because you got approved for $1 million of money to put down on a home, doesn't mean you're gonna buy $1 million home, right? It's the same thing on my side of the table. Is you get approved for a certain amount, doesn't mean you have to take it out. It just means you're approved for that amount. And then we come to the table here and we decide, what's right for you and your family.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Francisco. Thank you so much. This was amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here.